Today we're going to take a look at equivalent fractions. So go ahead and write equivalent fractions at the top of your page. Alrighty, so go ahead and draw along with me in your notebook. We're going to draw a square. Do the best you can to freehand that square and make your sides equal. Let's go ahead and cut this square in half. Color in half of it just quickly with your pencil. Okay, so in this particular case, the whole is the square, and we've shaded in 1/2 of it. Broke it into two parts, so there's our denominator. One part is shaded, so our shaded fraction right here is 1/2. Okay, so for an equivalent fraction, we're looking at the word part equal that's in equivalent. So for this next one, we're going to go ahead and cut this in half. Okay, so I'm going to cut this in half right here. I didn't change the amount of shaded area, right? It's still half of the square. I just broke it up into more pieces. So I doubled the amount of pieces there were, right? So doubling means the same thing as times 2. So now I've got 2 pieces that are shaded out of 4 total right here. So as we take a look at our denominators here, when I doubled it, I did 2 times 4. Then I had twice as many pieces that were shaded in my numerator there, 1 times 2 right there. Okay, so an equivalent fraction, all I did was double the amount of pieces that it was broken into. 4 pieces is twice as many as 2. And then therefore I doubled the amount of pieces that were shaded, even though I didn't change the amount of shaded area. So 2/4 is equal to 1/2. Okay, so for this next one, I can go ahead and double the amount of pieces there are again. I'll take this column that I have and go ahead and double it or cut it in half. So I've got twice as many pieces. I'll do the same thing to this column here. Okay, so we already had 1/2 was the same thing as 2/4. It's also, notice I didn't change the amount of shaded area, it's also equal to, remember we doubled the amount, so I did 4 times 2 right there. We had 4 boxes to start with, our thick boxes, if we think about 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I changed each into 2, so I doubled each piece, times 2 times 2. So I took originally my 1/2 and I doubled it for 2/4, so now I'm going to double it again. So I've got 8 total pieces, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 4 of them are shaded. Okay, so if you don't want to draw a picture like this in order to double them, we can develop a rule as we do this. You heard me say a lot doubling it, right? Doubling it is the same thing as times 2. So what we did here was we drew our pictures. Originally we had 1/2. And we doubled the denominator, right? So I multiplied by 2, and I multiplied the top by 2, right? My numerator, I doubled the amount of pieces. So I did really 1/2 times the numerator twice, the denominator twice to get 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. Well, if we really think about that, that makes sense, because whenever we've got a fraction like this, where the numerator and the denominator are the same, it's really 1, isn't it? So 1/2 times 1, in a way. Of course that fraction is going to be equal. Anything times itself, or anything times 1 is going to be the same thing, right? We know that 1 times 21, 21 times 1 right there is going to be 21. We did 1052 times 1, our answer is going to be 1052. So in this particular case then, that makes total sense. We're multiplying it by 1, right? So of course those fractions are going to be equal. But oftentimes when we're adding and subtracting fractions, it's important that we get the same size pieces, and we might need to convert and make equivalent fractions in order to do that. Okay? So again, let's take a look at what we did to get 4/8. We had 1/2 to start with, and we know it's equal to 4/8. So we doubled it, and then we doubled it again, or times 2 times 2 times 4, right? So 1/2, and when we doubled it, and then doubled it again, we multiplied by 4, both the top and the bottom. So 1/2 times 4 right there, or there's that 1. 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, so 4/8 is equal to 1/2. So when you're making equivalent fractions, if you are writing and multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same number, then you've got an equivalent fraction. Okay, friends, thanks so much for watching, and go ahead and make sure to complete your exit ticket below, and we will see you later. Bye.